We're okay. Yeah, I used to talk my way through this, but then I would always make mistakes.
Okay.
Redirecting. Okay. Welcome back, everybody. And like Merry Ann said, happy Father's Day. It's good to see you all. Want to say that next week, stay tuned. You're going to be getting more information via email and your mailbox. We are planning on meeting at the Wentworth Center, the actual meeting room. You'll get by email, and I'm also going to send out a postcard. We will still be on Zoom, though, for those of you that want to tune in. What has now become our, I'm not even going to say our new normal, the Zoom way. Okay. We are also, and your board is continuing to look for a permanent home. We explained what happened with the other one, and it's got to be right. And we're ready to not, we know how to deny the not right, because that's what allows the thing that will really work for our community in the long run. So I'm going to read the daily words. So if you want to get a little centered and quiet, take a deep breath. Sunday, June 20th. Father's love. I give thanks for my father and all expressions of fatherly love. I treasure my childhood memories of feeling safe when my father or a father figure in my life was nearby. I remember my father's encouragement as I was learning to ride a bike, as we explored the wonders of nature together, as he taught me to use money wisely. Even when I made youthful mistakes, my father's sometimes stern but always wise judgment helped me to find the way back to my right path. I give thanks both for the sacred human and the unfolding expression of God within my father and everyone who has blessed me with fatherly love. Today, I pray for my father and for all fathers, affirming for each of them growing wisdom, understanding, and willingness to nurture others with the Father's encouraging love. As the Father has loved me, so I have loved you. Abide in my love. John 15:9. Our guest speaker today is also a potential candidate for our minister. So that being said, don't forget to stay on and provide your feedback, which is important in our poll at the end of the Spiritual Cafe. Merry Ann Kain, who has spoken to us before in person, so we're all familiar with her. She has been a Unity minister for 6 years. Her previous ministry was Unity of the Motherlode, and she is an ordained and licensed Unity minister. Her specialization is urban ministry. So I'm happy to welcome Merry Ann Kain.
Thank you, Susan. Let's begin this service in prayer. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable. Settle into your chair. And if you're wearing shoes, I invite you to slip them off and just let your feet make contact with the ground below you. And let's just take a nice deep breath deep into our body, filling the body with oxygen. And let out a big sigh. Letting go of everything that's come before this now moment. We move into the space of grace, where two or more are joined together. There I am in the midst. And we affirm the presence of God here, present, all powerful, all loving. We take another nice deep breath into this awareness that the Father dwells within us and all around us. The most famous prayer in the world, the most used prayer in the world, is 2 words. Help me. Help me. All fathers are waiting. That Father, that divine masculine, the voice that responds to that prayer is here now, is always here. All powerful, all loving, all goodness, all intelligence, all joy, present right here, right now, in every situation, in every place. There is no spot where God is not. And so we take another nice deep breath into this realization that we are loved and cared for. Not only by that principle that is creation, but the personal that is listening always with us, the Father, our Father, who art in heaven, the realization that we are surrounded by love. Hallowed be thy name. Hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done here on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. All we have to do is ask. And forgive us our debts. Forgive us our trespasses. We are forgiven always. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from error. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. And we take another nice deep breath into our hearts. And we see there a beautiful living fountain. This fountain is living water, full of everything our heart's desires. It is the essence of who we are. This living water is a fountain of light, is bubbling and flowing down right from the center of our hearts. We see this living water, this fountain of light, the essence of life, bubbling higher, and the light moving down our bodies. This golden liquid light going down to our feet, filling our feet, moving up our legs, filling our body with this essence of God, See this light filling our entire body, bubbling from our heart center, the source that we pray to right here within us, closer than hands and feet, closer than our very hands. This light filling our body, filling our head, bubbling out through the crown chakra, this golden liquid light, water, essence, God essence, flowing down all around us and outward. This is the energy which moves the body, the energy that makes the moon come into the sky and circle the earth, the energy of all plants, animals, and humans. We pay attention now to the source of our being, the light that animates our bodies. This light we bow to. We say thank you. Thank you, Father, Mother, God, love, Source, Creator. Thank you so much for our growing awareness of your presence, for our growing awareness of this presence in our brothers and sisters, our mothers, and our fathers. Thank you so much for another day on this living planet called Gaia. We see this light flowing down from our feet, blessing our Mother Earth now, and all people on this planet. We send our prayers of healing and hope and human kindness and joy out to the world now. We take another nice deep breath and let out one more sigh. We feel our feet on the ground and our minds coming back into the room. Whenever you're ready, open your eyes. A friend of mine was a Unity minister and who's made his transition. Many of you may know him. He was Reverend Lennis Baugh, and he was one of my best friends. And his motto, he had a sign as you walked into his office at Unity of San Jose, and the sign said, "If it ain't fun, it's best left undone." And I've been thinking about that a lot today. So I want the primary energy in this to be joy, to be fun. And I pray that for each of you as you go forward after our time together, that we all can take that energy of joy into our daily lives. Charles Fillmore, father of Unity, Papa Fillmore's, in his late 90s, his affirmation was, and I'm getting just, you probably heard it before, but it's one of my favorites. "I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth to do what is mine to do." And so with that zeal, we move forward into this Father's Day, divine celebration of the divine masculine. So in the spirit of if it isn't fun, if it ain't fun, it's left undone. There's a story in the Bible, which in Unity, we do use the Bible. It is one of our textbooks, along with a whole bunch of others, as you guys know. But in the Bible, I believe it's Luke, there's a story, and it's a story of a dad who had two sons, and he was a farmer. And the younger son, I believe, I don't know, one of the sons decides that it's time he doesn't want to be a farmer anymore, and he wants to go into the city and make his living. So he tells his dad, "Please give me my inheritance. This is not for me. I want to go and have some fun." So the dad divides up the inheritance between the two brothers, And the son sets off into the city. This is a long, long time ago. So when he gets there, he parties it up and spends all his money and finds himself broke. And he's basically in literally a pigsty. And he's thinking to himself, he would like to even eat the pig's food. There had some kind of pods or something. He would like to eat those pods, but he's not even allowed to do that. The pigs are better off than he is. So in his mind, he thinks, I really want to go home, but my dad's not going to want me anymore. He already gave me half of what's mine. I already spent mine, and he's probably going to be mad at me, so I'm not going home. But then something in him says, you know what choice do you have? Just give it a try. So he starts out on his journey home. And the father hears that his son is on the way and rushes out on the road to meet his son, where he has a cloak for him, a ring for his finger, and probably a glass of wine. I don't know. But he tells his servants to prepare a feast, that my son who is lost is now home. Well, his other son is out in the field, and he's like the story Martha and Mary. He's doing good, which, that's good too. His dad loves both of his sons. But the son that stayed home is really upset by this. And he's like, why is he throwing him a party? I've been loyal, and he's the one who took off and left our dad. And why should he have a party? And he tells his dad that when his dad sees that son is not coming into the party, he's out sulking. He goes out and says, why aren't you coming? Your brother's home. And he tells him, well, why should I? I've been the good one, but you're rewarding the bad one. So I think about this story a lot, because if in unity, in metaphysics, everything is within us. So all of the characters, metaphysically, if we're going to interpret this metaphysically, all of these characters, every part of this story is inside of us. So in the first unity principle is there's only one presence and one power in the universe, God the good. Everywhere present, all goodness. And that's the Father in this story. When you go to unity principle number 2, we see this son who is both sons, they're individualized expressions of God. The Father, the Son, like all of us, we forget who we are. We forget that everything we need is within us. We forget the Father is within us, the divine masculine, that our Father who art in heaven. Heaven is right here. So the son goes far away and he forgets who he is. He thinks he's just a kid, a guy and then he spends all of his monetary asset. He spends his money and he's broke. And the Bible story says he comes back to himself. We all get distracted by this world, and we forget who we are, and we think that we have to white knuckle it and do it all ourselves. So in this story, the son comes back to himself. He realizes who he is, an individualized expression of God. So he starts back to the Father. I'm going to come back to the most famous prayer on the planet, help me. That's what he said. We all say that prayer when we get desperate. Even atheists will pray, okay, well, if you are out there, help me. And that presence, that light, that God, that power that is everywhere rushes out to meet us, just one step. That's all we have to do. God is not only principle, but personal. It's an intelligence that is all loving, just waiting for us to turn around and say, oh, let's, connect to the Spirit. And so what does the son do next? At first he thinks, well, my dad's not going to want me. I've messed up too bad this time. But then he says, I'm just going to try. So the third unity principle is thoughts held in mind create in kind. It's the law of mind action. He created his reality, and then he changed his thinking, and he decided to come home. We can all do that. Our thoughts are creating our reality. And sometimes our thoughts are, the reality is out there because of the collective consciousness in the universe. It's all playing together in a symphony. So our thoughts held in mind could be that our response, where we have the power, is in our response. So the third unity principle, the son realized that he could change his mind. The fourth unity principle, prayer and meditation connect us to our source, connect us to the truth of who we are. So he and us can always turn back to the Father. I know that the Lord's Prayer is kind of traditional Christianity. It's the first prayer I learned as a child. And as I've grown in awareness of who I am and my understanding of God, I love the Lord's Prayer, and I like to use it as a meditation and contemplate deeply what each verse, each line means to me. So, I mean, just our Father, that it's universal. So I invite you for your homework this week is to take the Lord's Prayer into your meditation and just repeat each word really slowly over and over for about 20 minutes and see what your preconceived judgments may have been about this prayer and how maybe you can shift that and blend it to your awareness and belief system of unity today, and or whatever your faith or awareness of what God is to you, what the Father is to you. And then we're celebrating the divine masculine today. So that to me is the fifth unity principle summed up. After you affirm that God is everywhere present and all powerful and all good and love, and you realize that you are an individualized aspect of that, and you realize your power in that to create your world through your thoughts and your prayers and affirmations. So you bought the book and you read the book. The fifth unity principle invites you to action, and that is the divine masculine to me. It is, yes, pray for the shore if you're in a boat, but pick up the oars and start rowing. The fifth unity principle is action, and I see that so much in your community, Unity of Stockton. You've done your prayer work, you know who you are, you say your affirmations, and now you're working that fifth principle. You're bringing forth, you're manifesting, you're not settling for something that's too small or constricting in a building, or your lives, your ministry, or your minister. You're taking action from the groundedness of the first four principles. You're taking action with the fifth, And I am really impressed by this ministry. And that's why I'm a candidate, because I see the dedication of each of you, your volunteers, your working these principles, your living unity. And I'm really impressed by you. So happy Father's Day. We are going to end with another prayer. Please join me. Oh, sweet Spirit, thank you for this beautiful day, this sacred time together. We are so grateful to be a part of a community that practices the presence of the Christ within. Unity is a worldwide movement recognizing the Christ presence in each person, above circumstances, above our very evident human frailties. We see the light in each other. And I today am so grateful for that. I call to mind all of our fathers and see my dad when I was a little kid carrying me above the crowd on his shoulders. And I see for each of us that joy of knowing that we are held in the arms of love, held above all human drama, held sweetly. Thank you, sweet Spirit. And we will end with the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you.